Alright guys, so I don't really know if any of you have ever thought of this way, but sometimes I kind of feel like my life and my relationship with God is kind of like a pen and paper. And like that is how I communicate with God. Like that's my relationship with God. I'm the pen and God's the paper, like this. And that's how I communicate with God. That is me communicating with God. But sometimes I feel like we get in the way of our own relationships with God. Like we forcefully go out of our way to do things. For example, like I'm taking apart my life. This is me. I'm taking apart my life. And there's something that I think I need. This is a job I think I need, or someone I think I need in my life. And I forcefully put that in my life. And it clogs up my life. Clogs up my life like this. And like I can't communicate with God. It doesn't work. It separates me from God. It's taking me away from God. It's taking me away from God. And then God comes into the picture. God has to break me. God breaks me apart. And God finds what is ruining my life. And he takes it out. And another example is I take apart my life. And then I take something out that I don't think I need. I take it out. And then I put my life back together. And it looks normal on the outside. It looks pretty normal on the outside. But then it doesn't work. I can't communicate with God. It's not working. I'm not able to communicate with God. And then God comes back in and he takes apart my life. He takes me apart. And then he puts whatever needs to go back into my life. Let's say I took out my Bible time. He puts that back into my life. Puts it back into my life. And then he reshapes me. And he rebuilds me. And now that I let God come into my life, and now that God has done something in my life, now that God has taken something out of my life, or put something back into my life, I can now communicate with God again. I can now write. I can now spend more time with God. I can now be with God. Because I just trusted him to take something out of my life, or put something back into my life. And sometimes I kind of feel like we do that. So just let God have your life. Let God have your heart. Jesus loves you all.